Ebusiafo CTV so enie ene eye Benada June bosomene de to so miensa wafimpi mienu ene eduenunum emu premo ato ne sewuntie brason se ensema hodo ayensa ka no kase bokwa so mejebre na mede esomo se ewia prem to bre kase bo CTV Ghana's #1 eso kase bono enye hankon ene twegu ko Facebook ne so a ye streami e ho live eye my CTV GH follower na wa like have so wa share e da ma obi na ono so enye bi ahwe ensema hodo a ebedi akotene e wakase boni mu no yenhwe ba komienu bia wo betse Office of the Special Prosecutor Eda Tudja se wo minor ehwehwe enkane ye photo samfo Ken Ofori ata na denti e na wo hwe no kase boy mu ye de besomo enche ye bia e na yokofuo etonsa edifre chairman wuntumi se wo mra wo makache na wo meyi ensem bi ano na ekoba se wokodi wo makache kakra ye kase no bail ya yehwe ni mo se wo de beba na ya mani be na se siko ye pese wo de beba na ya mani be no abetodwa se wo de aba ama ye kase no ya mani be Wakasie boy mono yedo ebeko enkrofo kro ene enkrofo aman eso na ensema hodo atwegu so no ye de asomo Ebusiafo ensem no ebika we hu kame ho na memfa ensomo de opa matade e de ma me eye Kesdorf fashion e wo Ashaiman Police Junction wo de anese number na wo screen no so robefa na woni Kesdorf akasa manye no wakin ene medin ewie mene ochiame memamwa ha no say ena emu entremu no etiem na kase bokro yaso ena de betu mu anim wo se enkane anase Office of the Special Prosecutor wo de betu dwa e kire se wo man no ehwehwe enkane photo samfo Ofori ata dendenden pa ya enye asemkuma na ne nyina ene se wo bra NPP aban esoro akonyo ne so no na kire se NDC aban so eba ye no wo be ye nkonta etiti bi free mo e de bi ka ho na kire se nioma enhyeda ensisi ni papa ne se hunti no ena wo tonsa ede afra enkane photo samfo Ken Ofori ata se wo mra na wo meyi ensem bi ano na wasa bre no e ade se Ken Ofori ata e kire se ne ho do no kaka ne se hunti no kwa no ne ya wo je arehwe ne senti no se ne ho to no beba na wa beyi ensem no ano na amaniboye na no pay abeto yepono so e kire se Office of the Special Prosecutor e kire se ye ka say no wasanso e de Ken Ofori ata e de ato wanted list eso e san say wo mo ahwe ni mu ano enya de se wo ba
Ofori's conduct is totally unacceptable and a baleful spite at law enforcement and criminal investigations. It ends here. It ends today. We will no longer accommodate him. Consequently, the OSP redeclares that Mr. Ofori is a wanted person and a fugitive from justice. His name is hereby re-entered on the OSP's list of wanted persons. The OSP will take all necessary legal steps to secure Mr. Ofori's return to the jurisdiction and to answer to the criminal inquiries against him. In pursuance of this, about 30 minutes before this briefing, I triggered processes for the issuance of an Interpol red notice for the location and provisional arrest of Mr. Kenneth Ofori, extradition or his surrender. Around the same time, I dispatched a request for extradition processes to be instituted for the provisional apprehension in any jurisdiction of extradition to the Republic of Ghana.
Yentwa ensem no so na yenko yenimo na enche ye bia na eye Economic and Organized Crime Office yokofo etonsa ede frɛ Bernard Entwibu esia kon ya do na frɛ no chema wuntumi se wo mra wo makache na wo meyi ensem bi ano ye ensem no ebi efa money laundry eho na wo bra wo mo eto na no ewie ye na ho akobehia se wo mo ebe ma ne be na be yi na esum Ghana cedi 50 million Ghana cedis ya wapem so a na ye ka sei no e ya de se wonimonyam for brand champo abo ne hombodin etumi akoma ne bill na no atire no wone ensem chofo ekasai
I mean, it's a legal process. He got bail and he's on his way home. I'm not interested in those comments. It serves us no good.
This was just
it serves us no good. What is important is that one of us was in trouble. He was arrested. We needed, as part of the legal process, to provide surety for bail. That has been done. He's been released. We wait for the next steps. That's what it is.
Why did it take so long?
It's a process. It's a process. It is a process.
Gariba Adams, Mensiri Krachi, Abino, Eyino, Ediama, Deshia, Womo, Ewo, Asin Fosu, na Amaniboya, Beto, Eposo, Etrese, Assembly members, Marco Macadionum, Ya, Womo, Ewan person, so one mona, bon homo day, Hatu Abano, Ediaman, Casino, wedding Kuni.
Mekanisa, Namidi and Nasiaka, Sia, Edima, Nanano, Assembly members, your MP. The regional chairman, regional minister, and a regional director. Nichichu, Echo, the presiding member, and the former MCE. Meaning, say, you may be my lucky. Because we were former MCEs, many be Aye Juma Ewase Central, we be to say Ntubosiako, Dr. Blankson, and Aye Free Bako. Omo say ya di mamia me say me ko omo so ne me say bibi wo ho na etira adwen so a me so omo ebati ni
Yentua ensem no so ewo ensem fufro emu na ene eye June 3rd na yeka June 3rd dia na wo my Ghana abakosem no mo no na kyerese eye edebia nipa bi no mo no eye wo akosem papa ya beka ya wa fimpim yenu eni dunum no emu no na kyerese esubrantam bi pa etoye ewo nkrampumpu mantemo enam so ema atoranchem bi esiye ewo Kwame Nkrumah sek honomo ya eye Goil Filling Station bi ewo no na chese eja etomu ema nipa dodo na ena wo ewu ya ebi nso eprepre ya na enye asem kuma kura na sa ohaw you no yeka sei no nipa no bi no yeka sei na ade se wo da so a enam ohaw mu anase mpo no ebi eho eda so atochima wo eprepre pa entene no se woka junte de ohaw ya esiye ewo eye my Ghana mutichu wo nkrampumpu mantemo a na enkamia yese wakokai ebi no mu areho esemo na enfie mako edu eni a atorenchem esiye ewo eye Ghana man no emu na yebisa se bepem ne no eden na ban no aye ede afa ho empo ebusuafo ye kasei no wo mo ho atochima no den na mpinifo aye ede afa ho. Yanko Asante Mantemno Emum. Na Media Foundation for West Africa, one more edi a year illicit financial flow and progressive transaction. Juma deba sheswo edi ama nsemptro for maku eduno. Hewo a year Asante Mantemo na Juma dino a yadesta Ministry of Foreign Affairs Denmark one more and our Monsa SRC.
Collaborators. The media is a strong collaborator in building the country of illicit financial flows. And nothing you can see any central function. Me baby, and your man is on Chile. Omunyanti Asiana, Omati for Niomo kind, papers. I bet I feel financing. No, send a interrogate the issues. Tisons will be given as a Etia, Yakana, Timitre. It's a central for law enforcement forces. Say this in again.
Who say senior bear more mutumi ni communities no be pulling to they be mukasa ewo omuti na omudi suya here no mbetumia atiasi yi senior bear musumu chrea msheshe no subekuni intina yede sa shemu ni addition jumedi so aba nti we so no da Media Foundation for West Africa ase nti almost one year dey pass omutumi organize training mama
if we start training start project in Guno and I can say okay you be training 80 journalists across Ghana so that Omitumi reporting on issues of illicit financial flows, progressive taxation, and how it affects the economy of Ghana. And training here started with journalists of more northern region, the 2020, and I have seen called Takrade, eco training journalists of more western region, almost 20. Now, year training Volta region and eastern region, Yadomubum and a Yatromo Afrikico, Awakusumo, and Afe Yapa from Asia, Yabe training 20 journalists again from the Ashanti region. And I assume for your percent journalists, Omunya Nimbi, and then some which we are reporting on issues on illicit financial flows and progressive taxation in Ghana.
Yanko Dredie ene sikasem kasiebo emu. Na Youth Employment Agency ya Malik Basintale ene ye womo ekendini anase peni ade se womo ene gezi aka wo hwabomo ede dwumade mahyeso e Kumasi Asante Mantemo ya eye Make Fashion Inclusive Hub ya no dwumade ne koso e wo Asante Mantemo dwumade na se no wode eye nipa na so manfo asabi womo edi dem makomako ha ede womo afantetie mu a we no eye fashion and dressmaking mu ene ede womo FI
empowerment and opportunity for persons with disabilities who aspire to build a sustainable livelihood through the creative dynamics field of fashion making.
Today marks a transformative moment to our collective journey towards a more inclusive Ghana. The Make Fashion Inclusive project is not just about clothing. It is about dignity. It is about identity. It is about economic opportunities for persons with disabilities.
Together We Stand is not only for you, it's for the nation. We have to progress collectively, and everybody should be part of the progress. Therefore, this charge that we are asked to keep is not only a national charge, but this program, this initiative, we are also charged to ensure that everyone is not left behind.
We have done just 4 weeks training, and what we have learned so far shows that we have a greater potential after the training. We thank our teachers for their patience, for us all to learn at our own pace.
When it comes to youth employment, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, with your share of Lipa Bank, Malik Basintale.
It is with pride and deep sense of purpose that I stand before you today to
commissioned the Make Fashion Inclusive Program and Training Hub. This is a landmark initiative that brings opportunity, dignity, and empowerment to our brothers and sisters living with disability. For me, this project that has been made possible through the collaboration between the German Development Corporation and the Youth Employment Agency under the broader vision of Invest for Ghana will not only transform lives of Ghanaian young people, but will also create sustainable employment opportunities for our brothers and sisters living with disability. The Youth Employment Agency is proud to be part of this journey, and that is your journey. As we open the doors of this hub today, we are opening the doors to independence, creativity, and economic freedom for at least 100 persons living with disability. They will not only be trained in fashion design, but they will be trained in embroidery, beading, and millinery works. But they will also be equipped, you would also be equipped with tools to build your businesses, to employ others, and to transform your communities. At the Youth Employment Agency, we believe that disability inclusion must be central to national development. And so we are committed to ensuring that our policies, programs, and interventions are intentionally designed to be inclusive and accessible. From tailoring jobs matching to accessible entrepreneurship support, we are working to remove barriers and unlock potentials for you persons with disability.
To breakfast here, boy, and I will do so. I will share with CTV Ghana's #1 son of following or Facebook and so at my CTVG. It's all I can watch share. Head I'm moving on so when you be and some so now young queen that's why I will dread and a sicasem cassiabo emo. Now I saw for ya was share in Kitamudi and some so my gun and mono. Hey, when one young for Samuel, not say Georgie. Now what that chudra ya watch the set now swear ye no any abino eden papa e gua kwemo said data bono one more able to me I be edia fa Ede ama Ghana for wabra wane exemption for ekasa na wadi to just say no wama for dodo na extra data ye wo my Ghana manase ye tono na chese ne bo no eye na so wono no ede toto eye ebibre manase African countries ahodo a ho no na chese Ghana de no ewo nanimu kakra wo kire mu ese no wo pese woto eye data 1 gig ya jese wikita be 17 Ghana cedis no wo de toto eye America dollar ne ho a eye $1.37 ansana ubetimi ato data na no mpo no wa kyerese wo de toto eye daily minimum wage ne ho a na kyerese eno se woni nim kakra esanse na no daily minimum wage no eye 19.97 ne se hu to kyerese ama ayede ne pa ede amaga na for do na se wo mo ebeto data oswafo yi ekiremu a wo hye Ghana for bo se Ghana for nka makoma nto mo yem esanse wo ye de obetimi bia ede abo ahwese data ne bo no ebetumi abafom wo kyerese ya de se na aso ye no etumi abo homoden ati eye 23 member inter-agency data pricing committee bia wamo na wo hwe sansem yi na wetumi akanese hunti no bosumi kakada ene die Ghana for ye betumi ate asempa Yenko wieka siya bono ewa nkrofo kro eni nkrofo amai esom na UN, Iran eni Egypt aka wonwabo mo akonhyiemu anase meeting bi ewa Cairo honomo.
We know that there is an escalating tension here. On Saturday, I issued a comprehensive report detailing some of the areas where there's a need to get more transparency, but in parallel with that, and very importantly, there is a negotiation, you mentioned that, between the United States and Iran, which deserves all our support. This is very important.
Kasia bono esi Kesdorf fashion ene pamata de edema me Kesdorf fashion ewo Ashaiman Police Junction wodi anaso be freno ewo number eso 0547 696 wo fe Kesdorf ewo number iso obeje so fe manye no working ene medin madase amomo ene sha yedinkra
And welcome to the English section right on CTV Ghana's #1. I am Elizabeth Adu. The leadership of the Rotation Nurses and Midwife Association is warning all intern nurses and midwives not to return to post during ongoing strike by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwife Association. According to the association, the directive by the Health Ministry urges intern to continue working despite strike contradicts professional standards outlined by the Nursing and Midwife Council. The Ghana Rotation Nurses and Midwife Association explained that clinical interns are required to work under the direct supervision of a licensed nurse manager, and doing otherwise poses legal and professional risk. The association says it is unsafe for interns to carry out clinical duties without supervision, as it's not only British professional ethics but also could expose them to lawsuit and disciplinary actions. The association also criticized the government for failing to release financial clearance for the 2024, 2025 and 2025-2026 intern budgets, stating that it is unfair to expect unpaid interns to report to work under current conditions. It has therefore advised all members to stay away from clinical duties in the absence of qualified supervisors and to preserve their personal resources. The association is also arguing and urging the Ministry of Health to address the concerns of striking nurses to allow for a swift resolution of the impasse. Our Volta regional correspondent Solomon Ahiable has been visiting some hospitals, including the Whole City Hospital in the Volta region. Let's take a listen to what's going on there.
We started our roadmap yesterday. So for yesterday and today is the wearing of armbands and headbands. So we are giving total care to our patients for yesterday and today. Everything is going on normally. It's tomorrow that we will start withdrawing some of our services, like OPD services, ANC services, public health services, and emergency and specialist services. So far, because we haven't withdrawn total services, our patients are okay, and we are delivering the quality health. So the expectation is that, as we have announced to the public, from tomorrow, all our OPDs will not work. We will not attend to any emergency cases. Our public health people are not working tomorrow. All our specialists are not working tomorrow. However, the patients that are already on admission on the wards, we are giving them total nursing care from tomorrow up to the 8th of this month.
Won't that affect their health care?
Of course, we love our patients as nurses and midwives, but what we are demanding from the government or the authorities is that we have negotiated for our condition of service. Condition of service is not all about money, but there are things that will help us as nurses and midwives to even cater for patients better than we are doing now. So once the authorities are willing and able to sign the documents, we are willing to come back to work.
That was one of the nurses speaking to our Volta regional correspondent Solomon Ahiable. We are still following for more updates. We'll bring it here subsequently. Do stay. Let's move away from that, because the Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Ibrahim Muntala, has underscored the urgent need for stronger collaboration between government ministries, research institutions, academia and private sectors to harness innovation for national economic development.
When I went to CSR, their Food Research Institute, we were able to strike a deal because the food they produce, some of the food which is hygienic, safer, and which is even good to be used in terms of the nutritional level of such foods. I spoke with my colleague, the Minister for Finance, and I had interaction with my senior brother, the Honorable Minister for Education. And they have agreed this year that CSR should provide some of the meals for the school children in the school feeding. For me, me, that is wonderful. Either that the school feeding, they were largely dependent on foreign foods. The directive of His Excellency the President is, for me, is wonderful. That look, school feeding, give the money to the various schools, let them spend the money in the local market. Buffer stock, don't buy imported food. NADMO, don't buy imported food. In 2016, we were spending a little over $500 million importing rice and poultry products into this country. By 2024, we're spending over $3 billion. It simply doesn't make sense on things we have the capacity to produce. The example I gave, the Pozzolano cement, it was something that was invented here in Ghana. And Need Fufu was done by CSR. So if we have the capacity to do that, why are we not? Because institutions do not talk to each other. Research institutions and academia, they do not talk to the private sector. But that is why we are creating the platform for research institutions and academia and the private sector to be brought together so they can take advantage of the research outputs and also challenge the research institutions to conduct researches that are tailored to what they do. If you have an entrepreneur who is, let's say, producing phones, he's producing phones, or he's using granules to do something, a farmer, and processing it, he will be contented, or she will be contented with what he or she does.
You heard the Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Ibrahim Muntala Mohammed. Now, the Ashanti Regional Chairman, Chairman Wontumi, has been released from the Economic and Organized Crime Office. That was yesterday on his bail term condition. His legal team, led by Andy Apia Kubi, had earlier filed a motion at the High Court on May 30, seeking a review of the 50 million Ghana cedis bail condition. But the application was withdrawn on Monday, June 2, 2025, just a day before it was scheduled to be heard. Wontumi was initially granted bail on Wednesday, May 28, with 2 justified sureties. Although the bail conditions were reportedly fulfilled by Friday, May 30, his release was delayed due to the pending court motion, which his lawyers say was filed without his explicit consent. After a week-long legal push, the team successfully secured his release. Wontumi now is expected to fully cooperate with the ongoing investigation. The Chairman General spoke and confirmed this development. That's all for the news right here on CTV Ghana's #1. For more news and updates, do log on to classfmonline.com. I am Elizabeth Edu. Good afternoon.